Hello everyone and welcome to Style by Mike Fashion YouTube page once again. Today we're going to learn how to make the neck piping. So there's no time, we're going straight into it. So as you can see with this white fabric right here, you are going to fold it in a biased form. You're going to fold it in a biased form right across the middle of the fabric as seen. I'm going to open that up again, and then we fold it so that you can get it clearly. Look at the square form. You see how I folded it across the square form. If you don't fold it this way, you're not going to get a bias. Like if you do the work, the bias will not form very well. It will not be smooth. So you fold this in a bias form like so. And for you to get perfect result, just make sure you have your iron handy, so that after folding that you can press it down and get the straight line with which you will work with. So you can see after ironing that, we're going to refold it again and iron. This place right here, I've folded it by 1 inch. That folded part, you fold it again by 1 inch. As you can see here, I folded it by 1 inch like this, and then use hot iron to press it down so that you can have a straight line, and then you go ahead and cut it. As you can see me cutting it here. You cut that as seen. So you cut that to the desired length, the length that you want to work with. So after, when you open that up and you measure it, you're supposed to have like 2 inches. 2 inches, because you folded it and you measured 1 inch. Now the next step will be for you to fold it as seen. After you open that up as seen, let the half at the middle, you see the middle line there, make sure that the two edges meet at that middle. As you can see me doing it here, make sure the two edges meet at the middle. Use your hot iron to press it down all along the length of the piping. So you press that down with a steam iron, as you can see me doing here, so that you can have perfect result. Make sure the two pieces of fabric meet at the middle, right at the middle, or your results will not be perfect. So you do that as seen here. You do that as seen here. Now the next step will be for you to get your hemming gum. As you can see me here with my hemming gum, you cut it to the desired length of your neck piping, and then you open that up and place the hemming gum inside. As you can see me doing it here, place the hemming gum inside. So after doing that, you take up your iron and you see, close it back and press it down, which is what I'm about to do. See me ironing that down. The purpose of this hemming gum is to give it a little bit of rigidity. Like after ironing this, you find out that the piping will not be as soft as the fabric anymore. It will be a little bit tougher, and then when it becomes like that, you can have more perfect results, and it makes your work very clean and easy. So after doing that, you make sure you use steam iron so that the hemming gum can melts very well. And when it melts very well, that is when it does its work actually. So make sure it melts. Now after doing that, the next step will be to fold the fabric right at that middle part. Fold it at that middle part, as you can see me doing here. Fold it at the middle part, but at this point you must make sure that one, they are not equal, that the folding is not equal. One should be a little bit, should I say, bigger than the other, or one should overlap the other by a little bit. The purpose of allowing it to overlap by a little bit is because you are going to be fixing that on the round neck, of which you would use the machine to match it down. And if it doesn't overlap, you may match that down, and then the down parts will not be captured by the thread. So make sure one part overlaps the other. Make sure it overlaps, not by so much, but just by a little bit. Make sure it overlaps just by a little bit. So now you press that down, iron it very well. You can see that it's already forming the curve. It's forming this curve because of the bias way that will cut the fabric. If you cut a straight fabric, you can never have this kind of curve like this. If you like, you can try it. Experiment with that. Take a fabric and cut it straight and try doing this, and you see that it can never be smooth. It can never be smooth. But when you cut it in a bias form, you see that the fabric stretches. Now we're now manipulating that stretch to curve it. So that's how I have this very perfect result. So you iron that down with the steam iron, press it down very well. Make sure you iron it very well. Now you can see that we have a perfect curve. It's almost like a circle. But we didn't use our hand, it was just the iron that we used. We used the iron to press it down. Now you can see, if you watch close, you see that overlap that I'm talking about. The down part is coming out a little bit. The down part of the piping is coming out a little bit. Just watch close, you see that overlap I was telling you about. You can see that. You can see that they are not equal. So that's how your piping is supposed to be for you to get perfect results. Yeah, so after this, you're actually done with your piping, and the next step will be for you to apply it to your dress. Please, I need you to subscribe to this channel. I know you found value in this video, so subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I drop more educating content for you. Subscribe. So here's the results. After applying that on the dress, this is the design that I did for the client, and here's the result of that perfect neck piping.